It's time for high school baseball on KDAO. Tonight's game is brought to you by Hardin County Savings Bank, D&B Agro Systems, Hanson Family Hospital, Ellsworth Community College. Now, high school baseball on KDAO.
Good evening and welcome to Eldora as we get set for NICL baseball. This is Andy Jennings with you on Radio on the Go Sports as South Hardin will play host to Sumner Fredericksburg tonight here in Eldora. Really probably one of the only games that we're getting in the area because a lot of games were postponed tonight due to the rains that we got earlier, but it's a beautiful night here in Eldora for baseball. Sumner Fredericksburg comes in at 1-7, 1-5 in conference play. Their head coach is Tom Nuss. South Hardin at 10-4 and 3-2 in conference play. As the Tigers coming off a win against Olwine, that would have been on it was back on June 9th, so that would have been Wednesday night when they beat Olwine 8-5, had to come from behind. They've kind of been in a pattern recently, their last couple of games, where they've fallen behind and been able to rally back to get the win. They did the same thing to Dike New Hartford back in the Iowa Falls Alden tournament last Saturday, and they also did the same thing to Gladbrook Rhinebeck earlier in the year where they fell behind early and were able to come back and win. So they are a team that is very resilient. They can get down in a game and still be able to come back and get the victory. So let's take a look at the starting lineup first for Sumner Fredericksburg. It will be McCoy Nuss leading off. He's the shortstop. Jace Brinkman will play second base and hit second. Sam Egan is the center fielder batting third. Paxton Frost will be the designated hitter hitting fourth. Jackson Reisner will play first base and hit fifth. Brody Mitchell is the right fielder batting sixth. Cale Rucker will catch and hit seventh. Jack Leet is the pitcher hitting eighth. And Jack Sprinkman is the left fielder batting ninth. Brecken McCormick will be the third baseman. Sumner Fredericksburg at just 1-7. Their only win against Gladbrook Rhinebeck 6-5. Also lost to Hudson 8-4. They have some games where they have been beaten pretty good. Dike New Hartford only beat them 12-7 to start the season. East Marshall beat them 10-0. So we'll see. For South Hardin, the Tigers will go with Josh Spindler to lead off. He's the center fielder. Peyton Welch will play shortstop and hit second. Casey Williamson is the third baseman batting third. Garrett Anderson will pitch and hit fourth. Preston Dolash will play first base and bat fifth. Bo Carpenter is the catcher hitting sixth. Gavin Starr will be the right fielder hitting seventh. Clayton Cable will play left field and hit eighth. And Reagan Ide is the second baseman batting ninth. The head coach for South Hardin is Nathan Weig. As we look at the pitching matchup in this one for South Hardin, Garrett Anderson has pitched in 7 games, 2 starts, 2-1 record, 20 1/3 innings. He's allowed 14 hits, 7 runs, 2 walks to just 18 strikeouts. So he's been pretty sharp for South Hardin. For Sumner Fredericksburg, Jack Leet, a sophomore, has also made 2 starts. He's gone just 7 innings, though, 12 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned. He's walked 13 and struck out just 5. So could be a game where South Hardin might want to be a little bit patient at the plate, as Leet has struggled with the strike zone at times this season. Nice crowd on hand for this NICL contest. We should be in for an interesting matchup. You never know how it's going to go in baseball. Even when on paper, South Hardin would be the favorite. We'll step away for the national anthem and come back with the opening pitch from Eldora.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
A wound that won't heal can slow your life down, but you don't have to face it alone. At Hanson Family Hospital's Wound Care Center, our specialized team of skilled clinicians provides the medical expertise needed to support the body's healing process, limit health complications, and speed up recovery time for non-healing wounds. With personalized treatment plans and compassionate care, we're focused on helping you heal and get back to what matters most. Call 641-323-2060 to schedule an appointment in Iowa Falls. Hanson Family Hospital is healthcare you can count on.
We are ready for South Hardin baseball on KDAO.com. Andy Jennings with you. It'll be McCoy Nuss, Jace Brinkman, and Sam Egan for Sumner Fredericksburg in the first. Around the outfield for South Hardin, Cable is in left, Spindler in center, Starr in right, Williamson at third, Welch at short, Ide at second, Dolash at first, and Carpenter is behind the plate. On the mound for South Hardin is junior Garrett Anderson. He's got a 2-1 record, 20 and a third innings, also has 2 saves. He's allowed just 14 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned, 18 strikeouts to 2 walks. So he has been fantastic for South Hardin in the early going. As the Tigers at 10 and 4. Sumner Fredericksburg just 1 and 7, and a big part of their problem has been their offense, as they are hitting just .214 on the season. And some of their top hitters, you've got McCoy Nuss batting .400, does have a home run and 3 driven in. He's really been the top hitter. Ben Egan at .250, Sam Egan at .222. Eli Nieto at .222. Brody Mitchell's hitting .300. So those are a few of the offensive players that Sumner Fredericksburg will trot out there. It will be Nuss to lead things off, as Anderson ready to throw his first pitch. A beautiful night for high school baseball here from Eldora. Hardin sitting at 3 and 2 in the conference. Of course, last night, AGWSR upset Grundy Center 6-5. And of course, South Hardin supposed to play AGWSR tomorrow night. As Anderson ready to deliver the first pitch. And here it comes, and Nuss takes a ball low. And a 1-ball, no strike count. So 1-0 count on Nuss. As Anderson looks in. The 1-0 is a pitch on the inner half of the plate, and they are going to call it a strike, maybe on the swing. So the count even, a 1-ball, 1 strike. Nuss with 8 hits, 2 doubles, and a home run. The 1-1 in the dirt, a ball. Anderson has not really struggled to throw strikes in most of his appearances this year. 18 strikeouts to just 2 walks. So the 2-1 delivery. And Nuss chops it up the third baseline foul. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-2 count. On deck is Jace Brinkman. The 2-2, it's a chopper towards third, fielded, and is it a fair ball or foul ball? It will be a foul ball as Williamson fielded it, but the umpire behind the plate said foul. So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway here in Eldora. Anderson delivers the 2-2. It's a breaking ball, and he swings and misses for strike 3. So a good start for Anderson as he strikes out Nuss. Sumner Fredericksburg as a team has struck out now 64 times. And here's Jace Brinkman batting .095. It's 2 for 21. First pitch swinging, he pulls it foul down the left field line. No balls and a strike. An 0-1 count with 1 out, top of the first inning. Breaking ball misses off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The softball game between these two was postponed. I think they're going to try to make it up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And the fastball gets away in the dirt. That was if they could find umpires. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 count. The pitch and a swing and a miss. The 2-2 is in strike 3 called. So back-to-back strikeouts for Anderson. And 2 up, 2 down in the first. That'll bring in Sam Egan. As he will stand in with 2 outs and a big swing and a miss for strike 1. No balls and a strike. No 1 count on Egan. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball inside. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, that's down. And the count now at 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1 count. The 2-1, a swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Anderson looking to strike out the side in the first. 2-2 pitch. And he missed just low as he was headed to the dugout. And the count goes to 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's ball 4 behind Egan. So the first runner on for Sumner Fredericksburg. That'll bring up Paxton Frost.
Number 9, designated hitter, Paxton Frost.
Frost, a sophomore, batting just 143. Egan 3 out of 4 on stolen bases. As the fastball misses away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count on Frost. Anderson has struck out 2 in the inning. And the fastball stays high. So the count 2 balls and no strikes. Checking the runner at first. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a foul tip. On a big kind of area behind the catcher, the backstop. Anything that gets by, if you have a runner on third, they're going to score more times than not. A little bigger lead for Egan at first. Quick throw over. He's caught leaning and slides back in feet first. You don't see that very often. And he's just able to get back. Anderson almost picked him off. Nolash applied the tag, but he got his foot in. Now he's getting an even bigger lead. There he goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down by Carpenter on the bag, but it's late. And a stolen base for Egan. So we count 2 balls, 2 strikes on Frost. But now base hit away from potentially giving Sumner Fredericksburg the lead. Egan with good speed at second. He's trying to hold him at second. The 2-2, and he struck him out looking with the fastball. 3 strikeouts for Anderson in the first. Sumner Fredericksburg, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's scoreless on KDAO.com. In the bottom of the first inning for South Hardin, it'll be Josh Spindler, Peyton Welch, and Casey Williamson. Around the outfield for Sumner Fredericksburg, Jack Sprinkman's in left, Egan in center, Mitchell in right. McCormick at third, Nuss at short, Jay Sprinkman at second, Reisner at first, and Rucker is behind the plate. On the mound for Sumner Fredericksburg is the sophomore and left-handed throwing Jack Leet. And Leet on the season, an 0-2 record, 7 innings, 12 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned, 13 walks, 5 strikeouts. And he is a lefty, and you don't tend to see too many left-handed starters. You see him once in a while, but it's not something you see all the time. It can throw off teams. We'll see how it affects South Hardin here tonight. A lot of the time it throws off teams where you have more left-handed hitters. South Hardin, pretty much almost everybody bats right-handed, except for Spindler. Yeah, I think everybody else is right-handed.
Number 7, center fielder Josh Spindler.
So Spindler will lead off for South Hardin. The first pitch delivered, and it's high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch from Leet. Spindler takes down 2-0. So 2 ball, no strike count. Spindler batting .444. He's got 20 hits. And that's down and in a ball. So ahead of 3-0. Spindler with 2 doubles. He's also scored 9 runs. There's a strike. Fastball right down the middle. So the count goes to 3-1. Spindler now will be looking for something he can drive. 3-1 pitch is grounded towards the right side. Diving stop by Reisner, but nobody covering. And Spindler's going to have an infield hit. Or diving stop by Brinkman, I should say. They both dove, Reisner and Jay Sprinkman, but it was the second baseman, Brinkman, who was able to get a glove on it. But Leet was a little bit late getting over to cover. And now here's Peyton Welch. Peyton, a senior, batting .208. Spindler 6 out of 7 on stolen bases. And missing high is Leet. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count. Sometimes it's tough to read a lefty when you're at first base. Whether he's coming over to first or going to the plate. And there goes the runner. Throw down to second. It's there, the tag, and he's safe. Well, Spindler able to get a stolen base, his 7th. And that was ball 2 to Welch. 2 balls and no strikes. On deck is Williamson. South Hardin trying to grab an early lead. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Spindler leads from second base. The 2-1 pitch, Welch fouls it straight back. And the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on second base. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled back again. Welch on the season. Of his 5 hits, he's got 2 doubles. Just the 1 run batted in. The 2-2 is popped back and foul on the first base side. And we'll do it again. The umpire now going to clean off home plate. So good at bat from Welch. This will be the 7th pitch of the at bat. And a lot of room on that right side if he can push it that way. Brinkman trying to hold Spindler close. 2-2 is outside. And a 3-2 count. So we'll have an 8th pitch of this at bat. Really making Leet work in this first inning. Here's the payoff pitch, and Welch flies it towards right. It'll be Mitchell backpedaling. He'll make the catch. Spindler will tag and reach third base. And he'll get the third with 1 out. So Welch flies out to right as Mitchell puts it away. Now here's Williamson with a chance to drive in a run. Williamson also has not had a huge start, at least in the RBI department. Just 2 runs batted in. But he does have 12 hits. He's got a chance to knock in a run here, and he pops it up high into the air, left field. Jack Brinkman under it. He'll make the catch. Spindler will tag and score. And that'll be a sac fly for Williamson. And a 1-0 South Hardin lead. And the Tigers grab the lead. It's exactly what you wanted from Williamson there. Just a nice fly ball to left field. He gets his 3rd run batted in. And now here's Garrett Anderson. He struck out the side. Well, he struck out 3. He did walk the 1, so not quite struck out the side, but he struck out 3 in the first. Now up there to hit. Makes high a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. So Spindler singles, steals second, goes to third on Welch's fly to right, and then the sac fly by Williamson. And the count at 2-0. A 2-0 count. Here comes the 2-0. And Anderson takes inside. 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. Anderson shows bunt. Takes ball 4. So the first walk allowed by Leet. And that'll bring up Preston Dolage. He's off to a big start. Batting .475, 2 home runs, 13 driven in. He's got 19 hits. Second on the team in hits. And looks like a runner maybe for Anderson. I didn't see who came on. Can't quite tell what that number is over there. As the pitch is down at the, all right, underneath the catcher. It will be a ball. ball, no strikes. A 1-0 count on Dolash. Takes inside, ball 2. So 6 straight balls thrown by Leet. He does have 2 outs in the first inning. And there's ball 3. Carpenter on deck. He's batting .271. The 3-0 pitch. Dolash swings. It's a bouncer up the middle, fielded by Brinkman. Bobbled and safe at second base. As Brinkman was going to try to shovel it to Nuss, but then he bobbled it. It'll be a fielder's choice for Dolash.
Catcher, Bo Carpenter.
And an error, allowing the runner to get to second base. So now runners on first and second for Carpenter, as South Hardin can really make this hurt with a base hit here. Still 2 outs, 1-0. Tigers in front on the Williamson sac fly. Lee checking the runner at second, brings it, and misses away a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. He's starting to fall behind almost every hitter, which is a dangerous game to play. Carpenter swings and misses for a strike. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The runner at second and first. Dolash at first. Might be Vanderbilt at second, but I can't tell. 2 balls and a strike. That looks like 18. So I believe that's Jonah Vanderbilt out at second. Here's the 2-1, and a swing and a miss. Runner goes, and he'll make it to third base. Holding at first is Dolash. So stolen base. Now runners at the corners. 2-2 count on Carpenter. Just to put it in play here with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch, and it's fouled straight back. A long first inning for Lead. He's thrown a lot of pitches. And Carpenter calls time. He steps back in. Many seniors on this team. Trying to deliver a base hit here in the first. There goes Dolash. 2-2 is high, and the count goes full at 3-2. Gavin Starr is on deck. A 3-2 pitch coming to Carpenter. Here it comes, and he struck him out swinging. Elevated that fastball just a bit on the outer half of the plate. And the side is retired. South Hardin with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on. We'll head to the second. It is South Hardin 1 and Sumner Fredericksburg nothing. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
Top of the second inning, Sumner Fredericksburg will have Jackson Reisner, Brody Mitchell, and Cale Rucker. South Hardin with a 1-0 lead. Aaron Anderson struck out all 3 of the outs in the first inning. He got Nuss swinging, Brinkman looking, and then Frost looking. In between Frost and Brinkman, he walked Egan. So as we go into the top of the second, it'll be the left-handed hitting Reisner to lead off. Reisner, a senior, batting .217. He's got 5 hits, all singles.
Number 25, first baseman, Jackson Reisner.
Jackson Reisner will stand in. Here's the first delivery from Anderson. That's low. 1 ball, no strikes. South Hardin leading 1-0 on the Williamson sac fly. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase the high heat. So the count even, a 1 ball, 1 strike. A beautiful night for baseball. Definitely windy. The 1-1 pitch. Here's the bouncing ball towards second, and it gets through the second baseman, Hyde. And that's going to be an error. And a leadoff base runner for Sumner Fredericksburg. He tried to backhand it, and it just kind of ate him up. And a runner on first base with nobody out. Here's Brody Mitchell. Mitchell, a freshman, batting .300. Second on the team in hits with 6. He's showing bunt. So we'll see. We'll see what Coach Nuss likes to do in these situations. Nobody out and a runner on first. Is he just showing bunt to try and set up a steal, or is he showing bunt to actual bunt? And he was bunting. And bunts it foul. So playing a little small ball potentially here early. Trying to move the runner with a bunt, but you got one of your better hitters at the plate. Neil Rucker on deck. We'll see if the bunt's still on this 0-1 pitch. Playing in at third is Williamson, and it's ripped down the third base line for a base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Reisner, and now it's bobbled on his way to second. Now Reisner went too far, and now he's going to have to go home. He's caught in a rundown. Carpenter after him up the third base line. He'll tag him out. And winding up at third base is Mitchell. So he went too far. Mitchell winds up all the way at third. Reisner is going to be tagged out. That will go 7 to 6 to 2. So the Tigers catch a break because it could have been runners on second and third. And now here's Rucker. Takes a good breaking ball for a strike. No balls and a strike. 0-1 count on the catcher Rucker. Tying run down at third base. It's a bouncing ball back to the pitcher Anderson. He bobbles it. Will throw to first. It's high. And Rucker is safe. So the Tigers defense letting them down a bit here in this second inning. That's going to be another error. And really, you could call a third error on Cable for missing that ball in left field. That allowed the runners to kind of move up. And fortunately, you're able to get the guy out at home, but now runners on first and third, 1 out. And the Tigers defensively only have made 24 errors. Now up to 27. Showing bunt is Leet. Runner goes. Throw right back to the pitcher Anderson. Tries to get the guy at third. He threw it away. Scoring is Mitchell. On to third base goes Rucker. And it's 1-1. The fourth error of the inning as it looked like they had a chance to get Mitchell there. Rucker will wind up all the way at third base. On E1 on the throwing error by Anderson. And it's 1-1. It's inside to Leet. 2 balls and no strikes. So not exactly the defense that South Hardin wanting to play in this second inning. 4 errors. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Williamson playing about even with that first cut of the grass. Here's the 2-1. Bouncing ball towards second. Throw will go to first. That'll get the run home. RBI ground out for Leet. And it is 2-1, Sumner Fredericksburg. So the Cougars grab the lead in this second inning, taking advantage of the errors. But there are 2 outs. And here's Jack Sprinkman, the 8th grader. Only had 4 at-bats as he shoots this one the other way, sinking fast. That's going to be a fair ball down the line. Starr will get it back in, but a single for Brinkman. Just kind of flipped that one down the right field line. And now back to the top of the order with McCoy Nuz. He struck out swinging his first time. Sumner Fredericksburg's been a lot more aggressive going after some of these early pitches from Anderson. As the fastball is a little bit high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-1, Sumner Fredericksburg in the second. The 1-0 pitch is bounced towards second. Ides got it. He'll go to first for the out. And that will retire the side. A tough second inning defensively for South Hardin. Sumner Fredericksburg takes advantage. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, 4 errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Sumner Fredericksburg leading South Hardin 2-1 on KDAO.com.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
Sumner Fredericksburg leading South Hardin 2-1 as we go into the bottom of the second. The Tigers will have Gavin Starr, Clayton Cable, and Reagan Ide. As 2 runs for Sumner Fredericksburg in the second. They grab a 2-1 lead. So it'll be Starr, Cable, and Hyde for South Hardin. Bottom of the second inning here in Eldora. South Hardin trailing 2-1. Gavin Starr will lead it off. He's batting .256 coming in. He's got 10 hits. So the lefty misses inside and hits him. So Starr hit by the pitch, and a good start to the second for South Hardin. Now here's Clayton Cable.
Batting next, number 6, left fielder Clayton Cable.
He's batting .289, but he's knocked in 10 runs. He looks down at his span. You wonder if this could be a bunting situation, but you're down at the bottom of the order, so you wouldn't think so, but maybe. Cable does not have a sacrifice. He is showing bunt. Runner goes. Great break, and that'll be an easy stolen base for Starr. He read the left-handed pitcher Leet extremely well there, and lefties usually aren't that hard, are a little bit harder to read than a righty, whether they're going to the plate, but he never looked him back, and Starr just took off at an easy stolen base. The 1-0 count now on Cable. He can tie it with a base hit. Takes high, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. The senior, 11 hits, 1 double, and the 10 runs batted in. The 2-0 pitch. Grounded up the middle, fielded by Nuss. He bobbles it, and that's going to be an error, and everybody's safe. So both teams struggling defensively in this second inning. That'll be the first error, second error of the game for Sumner Fredericksburg. And South Hardin in business with runners on first and third. Here's Reagan Eady. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. Runner goes. Eady takes. Throw right back to the pitcher. And taking second is Cable. Now South Hardin a chance to grab the lead with a base hit from Eady. And that was a strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 2. So the count at 0-2. Spindler is on deck. He had an infield hit his first time. Just the 1 hit for South Hardin thus far. 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called, as that's right there, and Eady frozen. Second strikeout for Leet, and the first out of the second inning. Now here's Spindler for the lefty-lefty matchup. Had an infield hit his first time between first and second. Jace Brinkman made a diving stop, but nobody was covering. Lines this one to short. It's caught by Nuts. Throw back to third. He threw it away. Ball is bouncing away, but Starr will hold right there as Spindler lines out to short. And there's 2 down. That'll bring up Peyton Welch. So now it's up to Welch as South Hardin needs a 2-out hit to bring home a run. Spindler hit it hard. He lined it right into the glove of the shortstop Nuss. Leet delivers. And Welch skies one in the air. Deep center field. Going back. Still going. He's not going to get it. Egan can't make the play. It's up against the fence. And Welch with a 2-run double. As that ball just kept on going. Starr and Cable both score. And South Hardin goes back in front. 3-2. For Welch, that's his 3rd double of the season. And a big 2-out, 2-run knock for the senior Peyton Welch. That was a long drive to center field. As Egan went back about as far as he could. And it landed right at the base of the fence. And it's 3-2, South Hardin. And here's Williamson. He drove in a run with a sac fly in the first inning. Now he can drive in a run with a base hit here in the second. And he takes a fastball high. 1 ball, no strikes. Welch down at second base. With 2 outs, 3-2, South Hardin. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. So count 1 ball, 1 strike on Williamson. As Leet gets the sign he wants. The break-even pitch, swing and a miss. Looked like the changeup. And Williamson swung right over the top. So the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 breaking ball bounced to short. Nuss has it. Throw to first in time. And the side retired. But a big 2-run double with 2 outs by Peyton Welch. Moves South Hardin back in front. They get 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on. Tigers with 2 hits for their 3 runs, 2 errors for Sumner Fredericksburg, 3 left on base. We'll go to the 3rd inning. It's South Hardin 3, Sumner Fredericksburg 2. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
All Hanson Family Hospital clinics are now scheduling athletic sports physicals for middle, high school, and college students. This special is $38 for middle and high school students and $80 for college students if paid day of service. This special is not filed with insurance and payment must be at time of service to receive the discounted price. It does not include immunizations or any other services. Call your provider today to avoid the end of summer rush. Hanson Family Hospital and Clinics is healthcare you can count on.
Anderson will go back to work in the 3rd inning. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Jace Brinkman, Sam Egan, and Paxton Frost. As Peyton Welch's 2-run double has given South Hardin the lead back at 3-2. So off to a good start here. Both teams have made some errors. Sumner Fredericksburg has 2 runs on 2 hits. South Hardin with 4 errors. They've left on 2 through the first 2 innings. Sumner Fredericksburg picked up a couple of hits off Anderson in the 2nd. He struck out 3 in the 1st and did not allow a hit. So he's allowed 2 hits and the 2 runs, although errors played a factor in some of those runs. Well, some of them were his errors because he made a throwing error and another throwing error, which allowed a run to score. So Sumner Fredericksburg has tried to put a little bit of pressure on the South Hardin defense with the run game and just doing some different things as a good breaking ball is swung and missed for a strike. No balls and a strike. And no 1 pitch coming. Another breaking ball, chopped up the 3rd baseline foul. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So Anderson trying to strike out Brinkman for the 2nd time. He struck him out looking the first time. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball right there for strike 3. That will be the 4th strikeout for Anderson. And 1 down. Here's Sam Egan.
Now batting number 7, Sam Egan.
Egan walked and stole a base in the 1st inning. Couldn't run down that long drive by Welch in the bottom of the 2nd. And he kind of ducked his head in there. That'll be ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, as the breaking ball can't get all the way back to the plate. Here's the 1-0 from Anderson. Fastball bounced to 3rd, and it eats up Williamson. And that's going to be an error. That's already the 5th error for South Hardin.
Batting next, number 9, Paxton Frost.
On the Tigers, you never want to give any team extra outs, as it usually comes back to bite you. They've made 5 errors here, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Quick throw to first, and back safely is Egan. The other thing, the error, you do it on a guy who's got really good speed, as he already has 1 stolen base, and it was pretty well set up to throw. Good slide step by Anderson. Throw down the tag, and he is safe. So again, Carpenter with a great throw. Anderson went with the slide step. It was well done, but Egan just a little bit too fast. So Sumner Fredericksburg has the tying run out at 2nd base. 1-0 count on Frost. He struck out looking his first time, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. South Hardin holding a 3-2 lead, top of the third inning, 1 out. Anderson looking in, Egan leading at second. 2-0 pitch. Inside with a fastball. So the count at 3-0. Frost probably going to be taking all the way here. Reisner is on deck. He reached on an error his first time. The 3-0 pitch, and he does take the fastball for a strike. So the count at 3-1. Frost probably will get another fastball here. Anderson looking in. He does have just 1 run batted in on the season. 3-1 pitch. It's a bouncing ball to second, and Edie can't handle it. Coming home to score is Egan. And that's going to be another error. And it's 3-3. So South Hardin really struggling defensively. And now the catcher Carpenter called all the infielders in, but then the umpire quickly shoos them all away. And he says something to Anderson, so reaching first is Frost. Now, that was a tough play. It was a bad hop, but, I mean, that's one where you got to get in front of it. So if you get the bad hop, it hits you in the chest. He kind of played it off to the side, and when you get a bad hop, it's going to go right through you. So that's the second error of the inning, the 6th error of the game. As Reisner takes upstairs a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And Sumner Fredericksburg just 1-7. You don't want to give a team like that a lot of confidence. And South Hardin's doing it tonight. Here's a fly ball to center field. Spindler is there for the out. And it's 2 down in the third. That'll bring up Brody Mitchell. He singled his first time down the third base line. South Hardin a little fortunate, too, because Reisner overran third base on that play where Mitchell hit it down the line. Then it was misplayed by Cable in left field. As Mitchell takes inside a ball. And then Reisner went too far around third. He got in a pickle and was tagged out by Carpenter. So Frost leading at first base. 3-3, quick throw over, and that throw was a little bit short, but Dolash comes off the bag to get it. So 1-0 count. Anderson looking in. Mitchell lifts one in the air, back over first base, foul territory, and Dolash able to make the catch. So nice play by Dolash as he makes the catch in foul territory. Sumner Fredericksburg ties it up. They get 1 run on no hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on. We'll go to the bottom of the third, all tied up at 3 on KDAO.com. South Hardin will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the bottom of the third. It'll be Garrett Anderson, Preston Dolash, and Bo Carpenter. As this game all tied up at 3. Leap will go back to work. He's allowed just 2 hits, but he gave up 3 runs thus far. A sac fly by Williamson, then the 2-run double by Welch. Anderson will try to help himself here to lead off the third. It's been a frustrating game thus far for South Hardin, especially on the defensive side. They've made 6 errors.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 17, Garrett Anderson.
That's making that many errors. That's tough. Yeah, been tough. I mean, they've been tough grounders, but plays that you should make. As Anderson takes up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Outside and low a ball. 2-0 count. It's been the Leach problem. He's just kind of pitched from behind to about everybody. He's only walked 1, though, even with that said. And he's way behind Anderson. He's the one he walked. So in danger of walking Anderson for the second time. 3-0 pitch, way outside, ball 4. So 4-pitch walk for Anderson, and that'll bring in Dolaj. He swung 3-0 and hit into a fielder's choice. That was the play where the second baseman made an error to allow Anderson to reach. The runner at first base, looks like Vanderwilt running again. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. 0-1 count on Dolaj. South Hardin and Sumner Fredericksburg all tied up at 3. The 0-1, another breaking ball, hit in the air, right center field. Egan on the run. He'll reach up, and he can't get it. It's up against the fence. He'll get it back in. Being waved around at third is Anderson. Now he's going to be held, and it's going to be a double for Dolaj. So Dolaj with the double, and runners on second and third. That will be the first hit for Dolaj and his 4th double of the season. Now here's Bo Carpenter. He struck out swinging his first time as South Hardin can jump right back in front. Nobody out, runners on second and third. Here's the pitch from Lead. Carpenter yanks one down the line, foul. And the count at 0-1. As Leet looks in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up, back behind home plate. Is there a play? And there's not. As there was, the ball landed, but the catcher, Rucker, couldn't quite make the catch. There's a lot of foul territory here on every side. So ball's popped up. You have a chance to make a play and get the out, but Rucker went all the way back to the fence, but it just landed before he got there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. South Hardin just needs Carpenter to put it in play. Sumner Fredericksburg playing back in the middle, so grounder to short or second, and they'll allow the run to score. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up again. First base side over, and that's going to fall as Reesner couldn't quite get there. So Carpenter has another opportunity. And now a quick visit with Leet. And a 1-2 count as Coach Nuss goes out there. Oh, interesting. In the middle of the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quick visit. I don't know if he saw something he didn't like, or maybe has an idea on what they should throw on this next pitch. Runners on second and third, nobody out. South Hardin and Sumner Fredericksburg all tied up at 3. Now Leet needs to tie up his cleat. Now the corner is kind of playing about even with the bags, so they might not even come home unless it's right to third. Or right back to the pitcher, so a lot of options for Carpenter to get this run home. A ground ball about anywhere but third, or the pitcher would score him. Here's the 1-2, and it is popped up shallow right. It'll be the second baseman, Jace Brinkman, to make the catch. Now he'll throw it to the plate, and he threw it away. But staying put at third base is Anderson. That's one, if you're the second baseman, Brinkman there, that's one where you just run it in. Instead of making that long throw, he was afraid Anderson might try and tag. So 1 out. Now here's Gavin Starr. He was hit by a pitch his first time. Runner's still on second and third. Starr takes a breaking ball just off the plate of ball. So count of 1-0. As Leet looks in. Fastball hit high and deep to left. Going back, still going. It's going to be off the fence. On his way to second is Starr. 2 runs are going to score. And that's a 2-run double. And it's 5-3. Thought that one might get out of here. And Starr hit it high and deep. But it does stay in the ballpark. It's off the fence. And here's Clayton Cable with a runner on second and 1 out. So Starr with the 2-run double. For Gavin, that will be his 15th and 16th runs batted in. He leads South Hardin in that category. As Cable takes high with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Of the 4 hits South Hardin has, 3 of them have been extra base hits. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off on the first base side. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. South Hardin leading 5-3. Cable reached on an error his first time. And wound up scoring a run. The 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball over the pitcher. It'll be Nuss. Fields fires, gets the out. And or they call him safe. Oh, they called him safe. Wow. So Cable beat it. I thought he was out, but not much of an argument from Sumner Fredericksburg, so Cable able to beat it. And now here's Regan 80. With 1 out, he's showing bunt. This will be a safety squeeze potentially, maybe trying to get that runner to steal. So Cable gets the infield hit. Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was out, just from my vantage point, but they're a lot closer than me. So runners on first and third with 1 out. There goes Cable. They'll fake the throw, and down to second base is Cable. A 1-0 count on 80. Runners on second and third, 1 out. South Hardin leading 5-3. Here's the pitch showing bunt. It's down. And coming up like he was going to throw was the catcher Rucker. Counted 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Bunted back to the pitcher. He'll throw home. Now the to first. Now the throw back home, and he's going to score. And the safety squeeze works. And it's 6-3, and I think Sumner Fredericksburg is going to come out and argue that that should be interference because Edie ran into the first baseman and he couldn't throw it right away. And we'll see what the umpire says about that. As he's saying there was interference on the runner. And the home plate umpire does not agree. So the runner comes in at 6-3. 1-3 on the sacrifice.
Batting next, number 7, Josh Spindler.
And you'll give him the RBI. So here's Spindler with a runner on third base. With 2 outs, South Hardin leading 6-3. And he chops this one up the first baseline foul. No balls and a strike. An 0-1 count on Spindler. 2 outs, a runner on third base. South Hardin already has plated 3 runs in the inning. Breaking ball is high off the glove of Rucker, but no advancement. Didn't get far enough away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spindler 1 for 2. He's singled and lined out to short. The 1-1 is down. Gets away again, but not very far. 2 balls and a strike. A 2-1 pitch, and he's going to step off. Here comes the 2-1. It's in the dirt, and Rucker, pretty good job keeping that one from getting too far away as that was spiked in the dirt. On deck is Welch. He's already got a 2-run double tonight. 3-1 count. That's outside, ball 4. So Spindler walks. It'll be the 3rd walk allowed by Leet, and that might be it. So a new pitcher coming on for Sumner Fredericksburg. As Leet will exit, he goes 2 2/3. He allows, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. And thus far, he's given up 6 runs. As the new pitcher will be number 9, Paxton Frost. So Frost will take over. He was already in the game as the DH. So Frost will be the new pitcher, the righty. And we'll see what the changes are for Sumner Fredericksburg. Now Coach Weig talking with the umpire. And Coach Nuss talking with the umpire. So not sure what that's all about. Leet will go out to left field. So Leet will go out to left, it appears. So Leet goes to left field. Is there new? Well, Brinkman goes to shortstop. So Jax Brinkman is the shortstop. Now Frost came in, so McCormick comes out. So then Nuss goes to third. Okay, so Leet to left, Jax Brinkman to short, Nuss to third base. Or what? Nope, never mind. Nuss stays at short. He was just warming up there. Brinkman goes to third, though, because McCormick out of the game with Frost coming in to pitch, and he's the designated hitter. So Jack Brinkman at third, Nuss at short, Jace Brinkman at second, Reesner at first, and Rucker still behind the plate. And Frost comes in as the designated hitter, and he's now the pitcher. So that eliminates McCormick from the game. And Welch will come up with runners on first and third. You got to expect that Spindler will try and steal second base. And then you'll have another opportunity for Welch to knock in 2 runs. He's already got a 2-run double to deep center. We'll see if he gives Spindler a pitch to try and steal second base. Well, and he's pitching out of the windup. And Frost, that was weird. Yeah, he pitched out of the windup there. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered because they're probably not going to throw it down anyway, but you don't usually pitch out of the windup with a runner on. So 1-0. Welch shoots it the other way, foul down the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. South Hardin leading 6-3. Frost on the season, 0-1 record, 5 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. So count of 1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd inning. South Hardin leading by 3. Chance to do more damage. And Welch fouls it straight back. So the count of 1-2. Frost trying to get out of it. Welch trying to deliver another RBI hit. The 1-2 pitch inside nearly hit him. The fastball right in underneath his hands. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch lifted in the air down the right field side. Over is Reesner, and he can't make the catch. Nearly came up with that. And we'll have another 2-2 pitch to Welch. He's flown out to right and has a 2-run double to center. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and he struck him out swinging with the fastball. So Frost gets out of it. So he gets the strikeout. And he can close the book on Leet. He goes 2 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs. And he struck out 2. And he walked 3. We'll go to the 4th. It's 6-3, South Hardin.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
6-3, South Hardin as we go into the 4th inning. Anderson back to work. Sumner Fredericksburg has scored a run in each of the last 2 innings. They got 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. South Hardin with 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Sumner Fredericksburg. Cale Rucker, Jack Leet, and Jack Sprinkman. South Hardin leading 6-3. They'd like to clean up some of their defensive mistakes that they've made early in this ball game. They made 6 errors. So Rucker will lead off. He reached on an error his first time.
Leading off, number 13,
for the sophomore catcher. As Anderson back up onto the bump, he struck out 4. And he's allowed just 2 hits. And there's a strike with the breaking ball. 0-1 count on Rucker. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's inside, nearly hit him. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. And the break-even pitch, swing and a foul tip. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. South Hardin leading 6-3 in the top of the 4th. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Anderson. That'll bring up Leet. Yeah, the RBI ground out to second his first time.
Now batting number 8, Jack Leet.
Leet started on the mound, now playing left field. As Frost came in for him. And Leet swings and misses on a pitch breaking down and in. No balls and a strike. On 0-1 count. As Anderson delivers, and it's lined the other way for a base hit. Leet with a 1-out single. Be his first hit. 3rd hit overall for Sumner Fredericksburg, and now here's Jack Sprinkman.
Next, number 22, Jack Brinkman.
He went from left field to 3rd base. As Leet leads from first with 1 out. And that pitch slips out of his hand and goes to the 3rd base line. Wow, I've never seen anything like that before. As Anderson just lost complete control of it. It's going to be a ball. As he went to pitch it, and the ball just slipped out of his hands. But it was thrown towards the plate, so I think it is a 1-0 count. We'll see if Anderson can regroup to the wild pitch. And now the umpire calls a balk. So a balk called on Anderson. When you have that happen, then a balk, so now you really got to just kind of flush everything that's happening and just get back up on the mound and throw a pitch. So now Brinkman can plate another run with a ground ball as he swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brinkman singled to right his first time. 1-1 count as Anderson ready to deliver. Brinkman chops it towards short. It'll be fielded. Throw to first is in time to get the out. I don't know why Leet's still standing at 3rd base. I think he scores there if he goes. Especially on that second hop.
Number 11, McCoy Nuss.
The shortstop Welch makes the nice play to throw out Brinkman, but that was a mistake by Leet. I don't think Welch comes home in that situation. So now here's Nuss, and he hammers one to left, but right at the left fielder, but it's going to fall in front of Cable. I don't know if he didn't get a good read on that or if it just sunk too fast on him. So the Leet mistake doesn't cost Sumner Fredericksburg as Nuss with an RBI single. And it's 6-4. Here's Jay Sprinkman. He struck out twice looking. Has not looked very comfortable up there against Anderson. And now you got the speed of Nuss on first base. Quick throw over. He'll be back standing. Nuss 12 out of 12 on stolen bases. So you know what he's thinking with 2 outs. There's the pitch. Not going as South Hardin Carpenter was ready to let that one go. I mean, Carpenter's made perfect throws on both times that Sumner Fredericksburg has tried to steal, and both times they just beat the ball. Just a little bit too fast. See if he throws over. He doesn't, and it's a chopper up the first base line. It will be Dolash to make the tag, and that will be the side retired in the 4th. So nice play by Dolash as he tags out Brinkman. Sumner Fredericksburg with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. South Hardin leading 6-4. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
South Hardin will have 3, 4, and 5 coming up in the bottom of the 4th. They've scored a run in each inning tonight. They've actually scored 1 more run in each inning. They got 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. We'll see if they can keep matching the inning total. Can they get 4 here in the 4th? Paxton Frost came on to pitch and struck out Welch swinging. And he remains in the ball game. He'll face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Williamson, Anderson, and Dolash.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 20, Casey Williamson.
Williamson is hit a sac fly, and he's also grounded to short. As Frost ready to deliver. And spikes that one in the ground. For ball 1. Well, the starter for Sumner Fredericksburg Elite was just 2 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Here's a bouncing ball to second, fielded by Jay Sprinkman. Throw to first is in time for the out, and 1 down. That'll bring in Garrett Anderson. He's walked twice. Really hasn't even had a chance to swing the bat. He's got 4 pitch walks in both of his first 2 at-bats. So 1 out in the 4th. 6-4, South Hardin. Pitch down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. As Frost delivers a fastball right there for a strike. So that's the first strike Anderson has seen tonight. In his previous 2 at-bats, he had 8 straight balls. Here's the 1-1. Swings and fouls it out of play on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 count on Anderson. Frost trying to retire his 3rd straight hitter. Here's the 1-2. Fastball in on the hands. Grounder to Nuss. He'll fire to first, and it's offline. The throw gets away, but the catcher backing up Rucker. That'll be an E6. And Anderson will reach. Nuss had plenty of time there, but he just threw it away. So that'll be an error. Here's Preston Dolash. He's doubled and hit into a fielder's choice. Pitch outside, a ball. Pinch runner on, or courtesy runner on. So it looks like potentially Braden Weig, as the ball is fisted foul by Dolash. 1 ball, 1 strike. Frost kind of a different look. Leet was more of a kind of breaking ball pitcher, a lefty, didn't throw quite as hard. Frost is throwing pretty hard. It's kind of got South Hardin a little bit off balance. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Sumner Fredericksburg has made 3 errors. South Hardin has made 6. But the Tigers still lead 6-4. Dolash, a time called as he digs into the plate. 2-1 count. Frost looking in. Fastball just off the outside corner. And the count, 3 balls and a strike. Carpenter is on deck. The 3-1 pitch. Dolash hits one high in the air to center. Plenty of room for Egan this time. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. So Dolash flies out to center. And there's 2 down. That will bring in Bo Carpenter. Sumner Fredericksburg trying to keep South Hardin off the scoreboard for the first time tonight. He had scored in the first 3 innings. Anderson leads, or the runner leads from first, and it gets away. Going down to second base. The wild pitch. So 1-0 count with 2 outs. And now runner in scoring position, so Carpenter can add to the South Hardin lead with a base hit. Frost looking in. Big lead out there at second. And going back to the bag as Frost looks him back. Here's the 1-0. He spikes it in the dirt, and it gets away, advancing on to third base. And that is Weig. So 2-0 count. So Braden Weig is the runner for Anderson. So 2-0 count on Carpenter. Fastball is high, 3-0. Insurance run just 90 feet away. We're only in the 4th inning. And Carpenter showing bunt, 3-0 pitch. Fastball on the inner half of the plate for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 is a line drive caught by the second baseman, Brinkman. It looked like it was going to get through, but Brinkman snags it. And South Hardin, for the first time tonight, does not score a run. So no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Tigers have left on 6. They have 5 hits and 6 runs. It's 6-4 South Hardin as we head to the 5th. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com.
A wound that won't heal can slow your life down, but you don't have to face it alone. At Hanson Family Hospital's Wound Care Center, our specialized team of skilled clinicians provides the medical expertise needed to support the body's healing process, limit health complications, and speed up recovery time for non-healing wounds. With personalized treatment plans and compassionate care, we're focused on helping you heal and get back to what matters most. Call 641-323-2060 to schedule an appointment in Iowa Falls. Hanson Family Hospital is healthcare you can count on.
Looks like South Hardin will make a pitching change as some changes for the Tigers. As Anderson will come out. So he goes 4 innings, allows 4 hits and 4 runs. Struck out 5. Did not walk a batter. Welch will take over as Williamson moves to short. The new right fielder came on. Looked like Spindler might have went to third base. So Williamson to short. Spindler to third. A new right fielder as well. That's Vanderwilt. So Vanderwilt comes in. And it looks like Anderson's coming out of the game. Or is he somewhere as well? I don't see him. So he's not at second base. So yeah, it looks like Vanderwilt will take over Anderson's spot in the order. So some changes for South Hardin. As we go into the top of the 5th. South Hardin held off the scoreboard in the 4th inning. So it'll be Egan, Frost, and Reesner as Welch on the mound for South Hardin. Payton has thrown 6 innings, 2 hits, 6 runs, 9 walks, 9 strikeouts. So we go into the top of the 5th. Still anybody's ball game. South Hardin leading just 6-4. Egan has walked and reached on an error, and both times he stole bases. As Welch misses with a fastball in. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Good fastball right there for a strike. Count even a 1-1. Break even pitch right there for a strike. No, we called it a ball. Wow. That looked pretty good from up here. Must have just been off the plate. The 2-1 is high, 3-1. So 3-1 count. Welch has gone all fastball thus far. 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Egan, and now you got that speed on first base again. Carpenter again is, like I said, he can't throw it any better than he has. And both times Egan has beat it for stolen bases. Welch swing and a miss on the breaking ball. No balls and a strike. Might want to take a look over at Egan. He does. Not getting near as big a lead. And Frost comes up empty for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 5th inning in Eldora. 6-4 South Hardin as Welch puts away Frost, strikes him out swinging. Welch kind of living up to his stats thus far. He walks one, then he immediately strikes one out.
Now batting number 25, Jackson Reesner.
Here's Reesner. He is flied to center and reached on an error. He'll stand in with one out. See if Egan gets a little more aggressive at first. Not going. Pitch high and away. Most like a pitch out there. A 1-0 count as Welch looks in. Throw over to first. Back standing is Egan. And with being back standing, that means he's probably going to get another couple of steps on this lead. The 1-0 is a strike with the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another quick throw over, and Egan back safely. 1 out with a runner on first base. South Hardin leading 6-4. And now he'll step off as the umpire, I'm not sure what that was about. Saying don't focus so much on the runner, but I don't think there's any rules that you have to go to the plate. There goes the runner. Ball is popped back and foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 count on Reesner. Welch looking for his second strikeout. He looks in. The 1-2 is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Welch, the 2-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. It'll be the catcher Carpenter, and nope, it will not be, as he couldn't find it. I don't know if it was the wind or what happened there, but it doesn't look that windy, so he just couldn't find it. And he was telling his teammates to come help me, but it lands foul. Here's the 2-2, and Reesner skies one up into the air. It'll be the shortstop Williamson, who catches it and fires back to first and nearly turned the double play. And there are 2 outs. Egan able to get back to first. Now here's Brody Mitchell. He singled and popped to first.
44, Brody Mitchell.
With 2 outs and a runner on first base. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 count. Egan still over at first. There he goes. Throw down by Carpenter on the bag, the tag, and he is safe. Williamson couldn't quite swipe the tag. Third stolen base for Egan. Again, another great throw by Carpenter. He's got to be frustrated a bit. 0-2 count. That's high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Welch looking for a scoreless 5th. Mitchell trying to pull Sumner Fredericksburg back within 1 with a hit. And he struck him out swinging. Second strikeout of the inning. And Welch with a scoreless 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on. To the bottom of the 5th we go. South Hardin leading 6-4. Frost back for another inning of work for Sumner Fredericksburg. He has gone an inning and a third, is not allowed to hit. The only runner to reach against him was the error. And set down 2 in a row. It'll be Star, Cable, and Edie. Star has a 2-run double. He's been hit by a pitch. Nearly left the yard his last time up. And he takes the fastball off the plate of ball. That is just off the outside corner. And the 1-0. And a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The break-even pitch. Swing and a miss. Frost ahead at 1-2. Kind of shut things down since he's come on. The 1-2 pitch. That's down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he hit him. So Star hit for the second time. And that'll put a runner on first with nobody out. Here's Clayton Cable. Reached on an infield hit his last time. He's also reached on an error. A runner on first with nobody out. Grounder towards first. It'll be fielded by Reesner, but a foul ball. No balls and a strike. South Hardin holding a 6-4 lead. I'd like to get at least a run, maybe a couple more runs of insurance. The 0-1 pitch outside. Snap throw to first, and Reesner with a nice pick at first base. So that throw was in the dirt by Rucker. Star stole a base in the second inning. He's got good speed. If he can get a good enough lead, he will take off. There he goes. He's got a huge jump. Throw down, no chance. That's the second time Star has got just it's almost like a running lead where he's taken off before the pitcher even throws it to the plate. He does such a good job on just getting such a good jump. It's ironic because he's only got 1 stolen base coming in. This ball fouled off down the first base side. So count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Star on second base. This Cable looking to drive him in with a base hit. The 2-2 from Frost. That's in the dirt, goes all the way to the backstop. Star will get on third base. He rounded third. Looked like he missed third base. And then he stepped on it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So now you got a runner at third. Nobody out. Just put it in play. And bring that run home. Cable's driven in 10 runs on the season. And strike 3 called. So Cable strikes out. Second strikeout for Frost. Now here's
Batting next, number 1,
Regan 80. So 80 standing in. He bunted his last time to bring home a run. Do they put the squeeze on again? Pitch inside off the glove. Star's going to try and score, and he will. So Starr comes in, and it's 7-4. It'll be a pass ball. But the run comes in, and it's a 1-0 count on 80. South Hardin extends the lead by a run. And 80 takes a fastball right down the pipe for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck is Spindler. 1-1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Count of 1-2. In the 6th inning, Sumner Fredericksburg has their 7, 8, and 9 batters. 1-2 pitch. That's down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2, and he struck him out looking. 80 down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Frost. And here's Spindler. He's walked, singled, and lined to short.
Now batting number 7, Josh Spindler.
Spindler started the game in center, but has moved to 3rd base. Taking down and in is Spindler for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Hardin leading 7-4. The 1-0 pitch. Spindler hits it the other way. Fielded at 3rd by Brinkman. Throw to 1st is in time. A nice play by Jax Brinkman. He's able to field it and throw out Spindler. We played 5 innings. South Hardin gets 1 run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. They lead it 7-4 as we go to the 6th. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
Top of the 6th inning, South Hardin leading Sumner Fredericksburg 7-4. Tigers trying to improve to 11-4 on the season, 4-2 in the conference. Sumner Fredericksburg trying to come back, get their 2nd win of the year and 2nd conference win. Maybe some changes as the Sumner Fredericksburg coach talking to the umpire. Not exactly sure what they're discussing. But, well, we're going to have a pinch hitter. That's what they're discussing. So it'll be Eli Nieto, the freshman who will pinch hit for Rucker. So Nieto will hit. He'll bat for Rucker. So it'll be Welch against Nieto.
Number 19, Eli Ito.
He will lead off the 6th inning. Coming in, he was one of their better hitters, batting .222. 4 for 18 in his chances. So he'll bat for Rucker. We'll see if he comes in for Rucker. And he sees a nasty breaking ball drop in for a strike. You got to be ready to hit against Welch because he's bringing it. Here's the 0-1. Fastball fouled straight back. So he fooled him on the first one. That one he was on, but it's behind the count at 0-2. Welch with 2 strikeouts. 7 strikeouts for South Hardin pitching. As Anderson struck out 5 in his 4 innings. Anderson is in position to qualify for a win. Here's the 0-2, and he struck him out looking. Nito frozen. 3 strikeouts for Welch, and that'll bring in Leet. He is singled and had an RBI ground out to second. And, well, we're going to have a pitching change. So Welch is done. He goes an inning and a third. And does not allow a hit or a run. Struck out 3 and walked 1. And Williamson will be the new pitcher. So South Hardin wanting to let Welch pitch a little bit, but not let him pitch too much. Of course, they have I think a doubleheader tomorrow night with AGWSR, so they want to have some guys with the pitch count. So Williamson will come on, and Welch will, of course, go back to short. Williamson, a 1-1 record, 16 innings, 16 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned, 24 strikeouts, 8 walks. So Leet will stand in. He's singled in as that RBI ground out to second. So 1 down, South Hardin leading 7-4. Right now, Anderson in position for the win. Welch will get a no decision. And Williamson, if he finished it off, potentially a save. As that misses inside with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Leach singled the other way into left as last time. And outside 2-0. So 2-0 count on lead. On deck is Jack Sprinkman. Here's the 2-0 and a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. South Hardin holding a 7-4 lead. We're in the top of the 6th. The 2-1 from Williamson. That's a strike 2 called. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the ball has popped up foul. A 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. It's fouled off on the third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Outside, 3-2. The count full at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. And he struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's the first for Williamson. So 2 outs. That'll bring in Jack Sprinkman.
Batting next, number 22, Jack Sprinkman.
Brinkman up. Breaking ball stays a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2, and he struck him out swinging, blew him away with the fastball. 3 strikeouts in the inning, 1 for Welch, 2 for Williamson. And South Hardin now just 3 outs away from their 11th win of the season. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-4 Tigers on KDAO.com.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning. South Hardin leading at Sumner Fredericksburg 7-4. So we go into the bottom of the 6th. Will be Peyton Welch, Casey Williamson, and Jonah Vanderwilt. Welch has a 2-run double. He has struck out and flown to right.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 2, Peyton Welch.
As the pitch from Frost misses down a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Welch had the key 2-out, 2-run double in the second. As the pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Break-even pitch. That's down and kicks away. Two 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. So 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch. Here's a fastball right there for a strike. So the count full at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch to Welch. He grounds it to short. Nuss has it. Throw to first is going to be in time to get the out. So 1 down. And here comes Williamson.
Casey Williamson.
Williamson digs in. He's 0 for 3. He does have an RBI on the sac fly he hit in the first as he takes down. 1 ball, no strikes. Frost has done a pretty good job since coming in. He's only allowed the 1 run. So he misses high with a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Came on with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. And again, he's only allowed that 1 run. He hasn't given up a hit. As that fastball is a ball. So 3-0 count on Williamson. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Outside, ball 4. So runner on first with 1 out, and here's Jonah Vanderwilt. Vanderwilt.
Number 13, Jonah Vanderwilt.
Vanderwilt will dig in. 18. Yeah, you're fine. 1 out with a runner on first. Big lead for Williamson. And quick throw over the tag, and he just got back. Vanderwilt will get his first at bat. Remember, he came on for Anderson and went into right field when Anderson came out. After pitching 4 innings, Vanderbilt has just 8 at bats. Shows bunt, throw down to second is late, and Williamson a stolen base. So Williamson with the stolen base. It was a strike to Vanderbilt. Looking for his first hit of the season. This will be a good time to get it. Drive in an insurance run. Quick throw to second, and Williamson back safely. An 0-1 count on Vanderbilt. Another throw to second, the tag, and he is safe. So they're really working Williamson at second. An 0-1 count on the junior Vanderbilt. Frost looking in. Pitch is down. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count even at 1-1. So 1-1 count. Runner on second base. Another throw back, and this time he threw it into center. Williamson on his way to third. He'll make it easily. And he was really paying attention to Williamson and threw it away. That'll be the 4th error for Sumner Fredericksburg. And now you got a big insurance run just 90 feet away. Vanderbilt just going to want to put it in play. Now Sumner Fredericksburg going to bring the infield in. They're going to try to cut off this run at the plate. As Vanderbilt swings and misses for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, that's a chance for Vanderbilt. If he hits it hard on the ground somewhere, it could get through. The 1-2 pitch, and he struck him out looking. So Frost gets the strikeout. That'll be his 4th. And there's 2 outs, and it's up to Preston Dolash.
Now batting number 14, Preston Dolash.
Dolash has a double, a fly out to center, and he's hit into a fielder's choice. There's Frost up on the mound into his windup. And he hits the outside corner for a strike. In the 7th inning, Sumner Fredericksburg will have the top of the order. Williamson leading from third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up, back and out of play. So the count of no balls, 2 strikes. Dolash has knocked in 13 on the season. This would be a big one. You push the lead to 4, really make it tough on Sumner Fredericksburg. Here's the 0-2, and he struck him out swinging. What a job by Paxton Frost. He struck out 5. And the Tigers strand another. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on. 7 left on for South Hardin. We'll go to the 7th. Tigers just 3 outs away from their 11th win. But Sumner Fredericksburg has the top of the order coming up on KDAO.com.
All Hanson Family Hospital clinics are now scheduling athletic sports physicals for middle, high school, and college students. This special is $38 for middle and high school students and $80 for college students if paid day of service. This special is not filed with insurance and payment must be at time of service to receive the discounted price. It does not include immunizations or any other services. Call your provider today to avoid the end of summer rush. Hanson Family Hospital and Clinics is healthcare you can count on.
Williamson on to try and close things out. He struck out 2 in the 6th inning. And now back on for the 7th. If he can close it out, he will get a save. Garrett Anderson in line for the win as he went 4 innings. It'll be McCoy Nuss, Jace Brinkman, and Sam Egan. Nuss has an RBI single. Brinkman is 0 for 3. And Egan has walked twice and reached on an error. 7-4 South Hardin. This hasn't been the prettiest game. The Tigers have made 6 errors defensively, but they've settled down a bit over these last 3 innings, have not made an error. So they'll want to keep that up. As we start the 7th, here's Nuss. The first pitch, swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Williamson struck out 2 in a row since coming on. Welch struck out 3. Anderson struck out 5. So as a team, South Hardin has struck out 10 tonight. Here's the 0-1 from Williamson. Down in the dirt. Nice pick by Carpenter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sumner Fredericksburg just trying to get some runners on. Put some pressure on Williamson. The 1-1 pitch. That's low. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside 3-1. 1 ball away from putting the leadoff runner on. 3-1 from Williamson. Beautiful breaking ball, drops in for a strike. And the count at 3-2. You don't expect to get a breaking ball 3-1. Here's the payoff pitch. Another breaking ball, and he struck him out swinging. Back-to-back nasty breaking balls. 3rd strikeout for Williams. And now here's Jace Brinkman.
Number 3, Jace Brinkman.
A big first out to start the 7th inning. Williamson delivers down and away a ball. Gets away. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's high. 2 balls, no strikes. Hardin trying to improve their record to 11-4, 4-2 in conference play. There's that breaking ball again. It drops in for a strike. He's had a good one tonight. 2-1 count. Another one, same spot, but a little bit high. The South Hardin fans thought that was a strike. I initially did too. 3-1 count. Williamson delivers. Swing and a miss on the fastball. And the count full. Does he go back to that breaking ball or come with another heater? Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball inside corner, and he struck him out. Can't do it any better than that. 4 strikeouts in a row for Williamson, and he's done. So unfortunately for him, he won't be able to get the save. And now coming in is going to be the new pitcher. I think it might be... Looks like Spindler's going to go back to center. I think it's Starr who's going to come on and pitch. So it will be Gavin Starr. So Starr will be the fourth pitcher used by South Hardin. And Spindler will go back to center field, I believe. And Williamson will shift to third base. Be my guess. What a job by Williamson. Struck out 4 in a row. South Hardin as a team has struck out 6 in a row. And now Starr will try to finish it off. And it'll be Starr who can get the save. As it's a 3-run game, 2 outs. Gavin in 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. So Williamson will go back to third. Spindler goes back to center. And back to the normal starting alignment for the defense. And Egan, the last hope for Sumner Fredericksburg. And Starr delivers and misses inside a ball. Ball, no strikes. Williamson goes. And we'll get that later. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got 4 outs, so he went an inning and a third and struck out 4. Did not allow a run. 1-1 pitch from Starr. That's high and away. Two balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Egan pops it up. That's going to get up onto the netting. And now the Tigers 1 strike away. The 2-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. And South Hardin ends the game with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight strikeouts. As 3 different pitchers combined to strike out the last 7 batters. And the Tigers get the victory, 7-4. We'll take a break, come back and wrap it all up for you. This is Radio on the Go Sports.
At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit. Mascots are full of school spirit, and they're helping us give back to local schools. With every HCSB debit card swipe, you're helping fund school events and activities. Register today for HCSB Cash for schools programs and join us in making a difference. At Hardin County Savings Bank, we have school spirit.
For your commercial or agricultural projects, trust D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard. D&B Agrosystems is a turnkey operation for commercial and on-the-farm solutions. At D&B, they offer grain storage, handling, and dry systems for all sizes of operation. For more than 40 years, D&B has built a name of consistently delivering quality products and prompt, reliable service at competitive prices. For complete details on what D&B Agrosystems of Hubbard can do for your operation, visit dnbsystems.com.
South Hardin gets the win, 7-4 over Sumner Fredericksburg. Sumner Fredericksburg was game here tonight, but the Tigers able to get it done, 7-4. It was really about some clutch hits. You had a 2-run double by Peyton Welch with 2 outs in the second. The 2-run double by Gavin Starr in the third inning. And that was really the 2 big hits. Williamson had a sac fly. The RBI sac bunt by 80. That made the score at the time 6-3. And then South Hardin would get another one after Gavin Starr was hit by a pitch. He stole second, wound up at third base, and scored on a wild pitch. That made it 7-4. And after that, coming on was Paxton Frost for Sumner Fredericksburg, and he did a terrific job as Elite went 2 2/3, allowed 5 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Frost, the other 3 1/3, he allowed no hits, just the 1 run, and he struck out 5 and walked just 1 batter. For South Hardin pitching tonight, they were pretty locked in. Garrett Anderson gets the win as he started the game, went 4 innings, allowed 4 hits and 4 runs with 5 strikeouts. But when he left, South Hardin had the lead at 6-3. So he does give up 4 runs, but he still gets the win with 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 5 strikeouts, no walks. Peyton Welch went an inning and a third. He struck out 3 and walked just 1. Casey Williamson an inning and a third. He struck out 4. And Gavin Starr will get the save as he goes a third of an inning with a strikeout. South Hardin pitching tonight struck out 8, 12, 13 batters as they really had the strikeout pitch working here tonight. As Anderson gets the win, Starr the save, Leet the loss. As Sumner Fredericksburg also got some good hits, as they really took advantage of some errors that South Hardin made. Defensively, the Tigers were a little shaky tonight with 6 errors, but sometimes that stuff happens, and you're hopeful that it was just one of those nights where you struggle defensively. But when you struggle defensively like that and you still win, then I guess it's kind of all gravy that you get the victory. So South Hardin moves to 11-4. They're 4-2 in conference play. They have a big doubleheader coming up tomorrow night as they will host AGWSR. That will be at 5 and 7 o'clock. They play AGWSR 3 times, so I'm not quite sure why they play AGWSR so much, because with the NICL schedule this year, I thought everybody was kind of playing everybody, but maybe there's certain teams that you do play more than once. But South Hardin will play AGWSR tomorrow night. And, of course, Ackley coming off the upset win against Grundy Center last night. So that should be a fun doubleheader tomorrow night here in Eldora. 2 really good baseball teams going at it. South Hardin now 11-4, 4-2. Sumner Fredericksburg 1-8 and 1-5. That will about wrap up our broadcast here tonight from Eldora. We've got more high school baseball coming up for you. That will be Tuesday night, the 16th. We'll have a couple of baseball games for you. Chuck will be in Grundy Center as Grundy Center hosts Denver, and Austin will be in Rhinebeck as Gladbrook Rhinebeck will host Dyke New Hartford. My next game will come your way on Wednesday night. That is when East Marshall will host West Marshall, and that will be from Gilman Wednesday night at 7. So lots of baseball games coming up for you next week. But South Hardin gets the victory here tonight, 7-4. Was a tough game. You got to give Sumner Fredericksburg credit. They came in ready to play and played the Tigers tough, but South Hardin in the end, 7 straight strikeouts from 3 different pitchers to end the game as they defeat Sumner Fredericksburg 7-4. I want to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: the Hardin County Savings Bank, D&B Agro Systems, Hanson Family Hospital, and Ellsworth Community College. I'm Andy Jennings saying so long from Eldora. This is Radio on the Go Sports on KDAO.com.
Tonight's game was made possible by
Hardin County Savings Bank, D&B Agro Systems, Hanson Family Hospital, Ellsworth Community College. This has been a special sports presentation of KDAO.